Hello, my name is Kat, and I'm going to tell you about the Project Unit Design Framework developed by 24/7 Education Group. In this video, I will describe the framework and jump into greater detail about the first part, Learn. This is a graphical representation of 24/7 Education Group's project-based learning instructional design framework. We developed this framework after observing how the job market is rapidly changing. Organizations are continually inventing new positions and searching for graduates that have mastered the proper skills and habits necessary for excellent performance. Our framework incorporates both habit and project-based learning to help prepare students for the workforce of the future. We have determined that there are 6 components to successful instructional design. They are learn, do, be, create value for others, reflect and evaluate, and review and improve. As we developed these 6 parts, we found that overall, projects should include a few subcomponents. Now, these don't need to be exact, but we have found this formula to work best. Projects should have 8 to 10 units for approximately 150 hours of learning total. Project units should have 6 to 12 activities, and project units should offer 12 to 16 hours of learning opportunities. We incorporated all of these components into our framework and created templates to correspond with each activity. As a result, our instructional design system allows us to create 1 project unit a week. Now, as I mentioned earlier, these are the 6 parts of our framework. And for the remainder of this video, we are only going to focus on the first part, learn. Now, you might have seen this equation before. The learn component of the model is where educators deliver information to the students. However, the educator needs to focus primarily on driving the motivation of the students. This requires knowing the what in terms of providing information, the why, meaning the importance of knowing this information and how it will serve the students, thus providing relevance, and finally, the want, which helps the student develop the desire to learn the content. At the heart of it is the necessity for the student to develop the motivation and determination to learn. Delivering information is basic, and really anybody can do that. However, the educator is necessary for driving the determination by providing context for the student. Learn is the portion of the unit where the learner will prepare themselves for the learning process and absorb the material. Learn is broken down into 5 activities. Not all topics will include 5 activities, though. For some topics, you might discover that fewer or more learn activities are necessary. For the purpose of thoroughly explaining our framework, I will explain what a topic with 5 learn activities would look like. Activity 1 is an introduction to the project. This includes a summary of what the student should expect and a project organization and planning assignment template. The template is designed to help the learner determine the steps they will follow to complete each activity and plan for how much time they anticipate spending on each step. For example, the learner might decide to first practice their speech alone and then with a parent before presenting it for real. And they may also decide that it will take them 1 hour to read and take notes on an article, maybe 30 minutes to write some interview questions, or perhaps 4 hours to edit a video. The template will help the student be better organized and practice time management. Activity 2 is an introduction to the topic. This is accomplished by checking for any prior knowledge on the subject. The template we have developed not only asks students to write about what they already know on the topic, but also asks them to jot down some questions they might have. The goal is to increase intrinsic motivation by sparking curiosity on the topic. Now, activity 3 is building knowledge. This is where students will familiarize themselves with key concepts and terminology used in the topic's field. Activity 3 also includes a brief quiz to check the learner's understanding of the new information. Activity 4 is where guided practice occurs through modeling. This might be a personalized demonstration, a video, or any other example where skills are modeled for the learner. At the conclusion of this learning experience, students are presented with an exit ticket where they're asked to summarize what they have learned. Now in Activity 5, students begin to use their knowledge. This activity prepares students for the next part of the framework by checking the learner's knowledge from all of the previous activities they've already done. Again, an exit ticket is used to ask the student to summarize what they have learned. Now we have completed the first part in our 6-part journey towards success. We have now effectively transferred knowledge to our learners during the learn process. In our next video, we will discuss the steps that occur during the do process of 24/7 Education Group's Project Unit Design Framework.